another one.
How can I reach out to companies to work for free to get skills in software development? Well, actually, I would say I can do this. I'll throw a because that one's gonna be a quick one. Let me put 3 minutes on that one. So to the way that I would try to do it is there are I come across different startups. I forgot the name. I come across different startups who they're always looking for people, software developers, different type of people to pretty much work for free because they don't have the capital to be able to pay them. What I always say though, if like I I would say make sure, and I was talking to a calculus coder about this, make sure that they have a make sure that they have a actual business, like their startup is registered and that you can actually list that as working for that company, whether you're getting paid or not for it. Getting that experience is what's very important. And I'd say team up with like with somebody, and you'll have people who one person companies calling themselves CEOs. I don't want to get. I'm not even going to get into that, but I would definitely say that team up with somebody, and that way the things that you're learning you can actually exercise it and practice it, things like that. It's a That's what I always recommend. One of the people that I'm coaching, they they're they're interested in QA, and I found a startup that didn't have any testing, and when I say they didn't have any testing, they don't have any testing, and able to plug the person I'm coaching into that startup, and I'm just like observing the process, giving some insight here and there, but making sure that my the person I'm coaching has like all the tools that they need to be able to successfully do the work so that they can actually build experience. So, that's pretty much how I do it. Um, and should have said I can only think of it. I can only think of it's an internship. Yeah, I mean, you can say it's internship, you can say it's freelance, you can say it's contract, whatever the case may be. You don't have to disclose how much you're getting paid on like from doing that type of work because to me, what people lack the absolute most is experience. And they say, "Oh, I need experience to get this job." But how do I get experience to get the job? And I said, "Well," and some people say, "Oh, I would never work for free." Well, maybe you'll never get a job. Oh, it should be a paid internship. I agree. It would be nice for internships to be paid, but I would also, to me, I also take payment in the form of experience. If I didn't know anything about something, you don't you don't know how much it takes to hire someone. Hiring is so expensive. Just coaching people and trying to get them to do what they're supposed to do. That is super like that's a lot of work on its own. So imagine a company who has to invest in you and give you benefits and all this type of stuff, and then they have to go into legal situations because if they fire you and stuff like that because you can't do the job, then they have to be on the hook for unemployment and all that type of stuff. And this is why these companies are like, I'll just go send the job to Mexico. I'll just send the job to India or something like that because it's expensive to hire people. And then if they don't have any experience and we're supposed to just give them a chance, that's in a very expensive chance that you're giving somebody. So, so to answer your question, Pluto, I would say team up with somebody and try to get with one of those like you said, founder and CEOs who are looking to build something and work with them. Find a mentor who is doing like experienced software engineer to mentor you that you can like meet with them, get some coaching and stuff like that in case you have any questions, and go from there. But teaming up with somebody, I think um working for experience. You know how the I guess I'll say the homeless people, they'll say, "We'll work for food." Say, "We'll work for experience." I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. If I needed experience in something, I would work for experience in a heartbeat. Pluto says, "Seems too competitive, more than mid-level, senior level roles. I don't know, just my observation. The lower level roles are super, super competitive. That's a fact. It's very competitive. Only so much you can do. So trying to build your skill set to a higher level so that you can lower that competition." Oh, Mitch said CEO and founder. All right. Yeah, might as well work the slave wage zero and get real world skills. See, and that's where I say that I don't think $0. It's not $0 because I'll tell you why it's not $0 and it's not slave wage because let's say I have a company, right, and you're interning for me. The amount of time it takes me to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do and that I'm like still trying to run my company and stuff like that, that is expensive on its own. And if it takes you time to actually start to produce, it's it's tough. It's and that's why some people they just rather like do it on their own, because coaching and stuff like that, it's stuff like and that's why people like that's why companies want experience. When you're getting somebody out, like a lot of interns, they're like they're in college, and nowadays like a lot of interns are getting paid something. I don't know how much you're getting paid, but back in the days, interns didn't used to get paid. So and because the amount of time and effort and money that goes into like the intern programs, it's a lot and it's not easy because you have to find something for them to do, you know? So that's why and that's why I think that those the college students really value those internships because of the experience that they're able to put on their resume. Like now when we're interviewing um fresh college, like they're not even graduated yet. They're about to graduate, and we're interviewing them, and they're able to share their experience of working over the past summers as interns and stuff like that. Saying, "Oh, I did software. I did like QA testing here. I did software development for this internship. I did data science for this internship." We're like, "Okay, cool. You have some experience based because of your internships." And now, yeah, we can actually bring you into this entry level role. See, the problem comes when people are trying to transition, and then they get like, they get one of those internships from the boot camps where it's not really a real internship, but they also can't afford to do a real internship. And companies aren't really offering internships to boot camp people in the first place, right? But it's just the position that you are in life, you can't really do a real internship, and it's also not really available to you. So it's a tough dynamic. It's a tough dynamic. But I've seen both. Like, I mean, I've never been an intern, but I've worked with interns, and you know, it's it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, right? All right. Let's see here. So, let me see. So I'll answer this one quickly. How do I find these startups? So I go to I don't really go to LinkedIn like that for that. I could, but I go to different Slack groups that I'm in. So I'm always joining different Slack groups. I'll message you which one that I used. I know there was this one company that was looking for software engineering or a software engineer. I'll use like different discords, different, just looking like, hey, anybody working on a project, any startups and stuff like that. And based on the feedback that I get, I try to plug people in. So we'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about it.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.